Today, I'm going to be talking to you all about a chemical peel that I recently got, and I'm going to walk you through step by step over the last 7 days how my face recovered, what the process is, and how it works for my over 50 skin. So the first thing I want to start with is the fact that my skin is very, very, very tough and very tolerant. So a lot of things that might be tingly or sting to some people generally kind of don't for me. So please take that part into consideration with this. So I went into my med spa to get a chemical peel. The one that was suggested for me was the VI peel, which is from a brand, Vitality Institute. Now I have done quite a few peels over the years. I would say I had to look back into my own videos even. I think the most recent one I had was about 7 years ago because I knew I hadn't had it since COVID. Before COVID, I had been doing rounds of microneedling, PRP, I did some lasers and things like that. So there were a good couple years before that. So when I looked back, it seemed as if 7 years ago was the most recent time that I had had a chemical peel. Now, if you are someone who does not have the downtime or the availability to kind of have your skin peeling like this, because it is a process, you may want to consider something more like a laser or microneedling. The downtime on those is much less. I do have some videos on the halo laser. I have videos on microneedling. I think if it's not here, it's over on my Instagram. And then also I did a set of lasers, which I forget what the name of that laser was. And those have much less downtime. Now, another thing to take into consideration with these peels is not only is my skin super tolerant, it is also at a stage where I have gotten it to between using tretinoin, great skincare. I have a whole video on the skincare I'm currently using, and it really doesn't have as many dead skin cells as it used to when I did peels. So with that, my skin did not peel like I remembered it peeling in the past. I am going this week to get a chemical peel for the first time in, I had to look back, probably 7 years. I haven't had one since before COVID. I'm gonna tie my hair back and show you guys real quick. I am going to be doing a day by day to kind of give you guys updates, but I want to show you what my skin looks like right now, keeping in mind I do have makeup on. But I wanted to give you a good look at my skin, let you see what it looks like. I don't really feel like right now my skin's in a bad place. I actually have a whole skincare routine that is working for me right now, but I do feel like a chemical peel is a great option to do every so often to really get rid of any dead skin cells and kind of rejuvenate your skin. Winter is perfect for that. So I'm excited to get this done coming up soon, and we'll see how it goes. Before we go too far, I also want to say that these are just my experiences and how I have done this. That I am not a medical professional. I am just simply telling you my process and what happened as I did this chemical peel. So I went in only wearing a tinted SPF and a little bit of mascara, and they cleansed my face, made sure they removed everything on my face. Then they actually go through with, I'm not sure if it's rubbing alcohol or acetone, but it really clears out your skin. It's got that real medicine-y scent to it, but it really clears out, gets rid of anything that could possibly be on your skin before they start this peel process. Now, another thing to note is previously when I had done peels, the highest recommended pass was 3 passes of any chemical peel. Now they can do up to 9 passes on this specific peel. Other peels could be different. So she did discuss that with me, and she decided to kind of just see how my skin reacted and go with it as she did it. So after cleansing my face, she did the first pass with the peel solution. That peel solution is just applied all over your face, and then it dries a little bit in between. Now you can put a fan on your face if you feel the tingling or if it bothers you. I still remember many, many years ago, this had to have been probably 20 years ago, the first chemical peel I ever got, I went with a girlfriend to, I think it was to a esthetician school possibly, and they did a chemical peel on both of us at the same time, and they said, how are you feeling from like 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, 1 being nothing? And my girlfriend was like, 10, 10, get it off. How much longer? And I was like, 0. I don't feel anything. So to give you a little bit of frame of reference of how my skin tolerates things. So I didn't use a fan. We went through and did each pass. Also, the fan can help dry that down a little bit quicker so you can go through the different passes quicker. She ended up doing a total of 7 passes on my skin. However, within those 7 passes, she used the entire vial of product. So what does that mean? She could have done 9 passes that were thinner passes, but she did a little bit more aggressive of passes with the solution because my skin absorbed that solution a little bit quicker than maybe using a lighter one, because she said my skin was very, very tolerant to that. Now, once she was done, she did give me a fan and we let it dry because it dries down. The easiest way to explain it is it looks a little bit like self-tanner that you forgot to wash off and blend into your hairline. I just finished up with my chemical peel. We did a VI peel and we did 7 passes because my skin is very resilient to it and takes well to it. Right now, right after, it just looks like I have really bad, you can see the line here, self-tanner on, but that is the actual peel doing its work. And in 4 hours at 2:30, I have to wash my face with the stuff that was actually in the little package I got, and then I'll put another set on and use their moisturizer. So for 7 days, I will be using all of the items in this and forgoing my own skincare. So after that, she also then gave me the Precision Plus Aftercare Kit Complete Post-Peel Care Set. This is given to you when you complete the peel, because what you are going to do is there's actually peel pads in here as well. Mine obviously aren't in here because I've already used them, but it does come with a step-by-step process of how to do this from day 1 all the way through day 7. And this is what the little peel pads look like that came inside of there. There was one that was a Precision Plus post-peel treatment and one that was a post-peel towelette. This kit also contained a cleanser, a post-treatment repair cream, and then a post-treatment SPF to make sure you are lathering your skin up with that SPF. So after I was done the peel, I actually then went in and had my Botox done. And so within that, she did let me know that 4 hours after she did the peel, that I needed to rinse my face off, use the cleanser, and then do my first post-peel treatment. Now this is another layer of the actual acids that are used. It's a little bit more mild, but it is used to give you that extra layer. Now I was driving back home from Maryland to Massachusetts, so I stopped at a rest stop, went in, washed my face off. You're supposed to use cold water and just dab your face dry and then run the towelette over it. So I did do that at the 4-hour mark. So I just stopped at a rest stop because it's 2:30 my time. And I went in and I washed my face off with the cleanser and did the post-peel pad, the first one I'm supposed to do. So my skin looks good. It's not really irritated. It's not bothered. It's looking good. And now I just have to put the moisturizer on in 10 minutes, but I'm getting back on the road. And so then I will do the nightly part in just a little bit when I get home. Then I got back in the car and you have to wait 10 minutes before you can apply the repair cream. So I set a timer and 10 minutes in, I stopped and just applied that repair cream onto my face and just let it really sink in. Then I continued on with my ride, and when I got home right before bed, I would say about an hour before I was going to bed, was then when I did the next step on day 1. And at that time, I then washed my face again with the gentle cleanser and cool water, and then patted my skin dry. You don't want to rub or tug at this. So I am home, I am showered, I needed to wash my hair and get in the shower. I did do the second part, which is in the evening before you're going to bed, about an hour before you go to bed. Wash your face with cool water, which is what I did. I turned the water down when I was washing my face. I'm trying to get this little thing open. And then afterwards, I have to use this little, it's not opening for me. I'm gonna have to go get scissors, I think. No, I think I got it. There we go. This pad, and this one was called the Precision Peel Plus Towelette. And I'm going to use this in all the areas that she did the peel on my face as well, and then wash my hands real good. So I'm going to move it in those same directions that she used, in the same areas. Your skin starts to feel a little tight. They did say that if it gets itchy tonight, because some people have a lot of itchiness, you can take a Benadryl. But I've never had 7 passes, so we will see. So I'm taking it back in those same areas one more time, basically until the towelette is kind of dry. And then I'm going to wash my hands off. I don't know if I did my nose. Center, down. Wait 30 minutes, and then I have to do the next one, which is the VI peel, post-peel towelette. So 30 minutes. This is why you do it an hour before bed. 30 minutes, and then I will be back to do the next step, and then you let that sit, and then you do the moisturizer. So we're getting there. Then I use the post-peel treatment pad. Same thing. It kind of looks like a makeup remover cloth or do you remember those self-tanner like towelettes? That's kind of what it reminds me of. And you use that, you let it sit for 30 minutes, and then you go in and do the additional post-peel towelette. Again, let that sit for 10 minutes. I was smart this time. I opened this up ahead of time. So this is the post-peel pad that I'm now going to use and do this. This is the same one I used earlier today. I'm going to go all over my face with this in the same areas, and then wait 10 minutes and put the moisturizer on. So same movements. This one I feel like doesn't move as smoothly. That's okay. And then this one has a little bit more of like an alcohol scent to it. Go on my nose, all around. Same thing until it's not damp anymore. There we go. Now when she had done this, she also avoided my eyebrows. So then you're going to put on another good layer of that post-repair cream and really let it set in for the night. 10 minutes later, we are on to the post-treatment repair cream. I do want to say I have a few bruises from where she did my neck. I can already see the difference in through the lines through here. I can't wait to see what this looks like after a couple more days. So take this on like I would normally, and then just tap it on, let it sit. I'll add my eye cream and my lash serum, my lip mask, and I'll be good to go to bed. Another thing to note is they do say some people, I am not one of them, have an issue where at nighttime they feel like their skin is very dry, very, very itchy. And when that happens, they do suggest you take a Benadryl. I personally didn't have that issue, so I didn't feel the need for that. But I know a lot of people do need to do this. The next morning, so this is now day 2 we are on, and day 2 you wake up, you wash your face with their gentle cleanser, again with cool water. You don't want to use hot water on your skin during this. If cool water is a problem, you can use a little bit of a lukewarm, I'm sure, but cold water or cool water is the best thing for this, because hot water is going to cause your skin to peel and kind of dehydrate more, and you want to keep this hydrated. So I used the cleanser with a cool water, patted it dry. I let it dry for a second. Then I put on the post-repair cream. Again, a good layer of this. Not like a super thin layer, but not like caked on. You can see a thick layer. So this morning in the shower, I washed my face. I am using my post-treatment repair cream. I will put eye cream on. And technically today, I can put makeup on. But at the most, I might do some mascara, but just do like a tinted SPF, because after I let this sit for a minute, I do have to put on the SPF, I think it says 50, might say 30, daily UV protection, broad spectrum sunscreen. So I'm going to put that on, but I let this sit in between and dry down a little bit before I put that on. And then
I will later on today, probably if I'm going outside, rather than adding another layer of this, I might add a tinted SPF that I use.
I did stop wearing makeup as of right from when she washed my face to put the original peel on. And I continued that throughout the 7 days. I would put some mascara or lip gloss on, but that was pretty much it. And so with this one, after that post-repair cream sunk into my skin, I then put on a good layer of the SPF as well. You want to make sure your skin is moisturized, and you want to make sure that you have that SPF on and continue to put it on again and again anytime you are going out in the sun. So when I went for a walk, when I did anything outside, I was making sure to put another layer of that SPF on. During day 2, I will say that my skin felt a little dry. So anytime it felt a little dry or dehydrated, I added another layer of moisturizer on there. You don't want to rewash. You just want to kind of pat a little bit of moisture on any areas that are kind of dry or irritated. And then day 2 in the evening, you're somewhat repeating the pattern you did on day 1 in the evening. You want to wash your face with their gentle cleanser that they provide and with cool water, and then you want to pat your skin dry, let it dry for a moment or two. Then you are going to use the post-peel towelette, put that on. You're going to let that sit on there for 30 minutes.
Day 2 in the evening, I just finished washing my face with the cleanser that comes with, and I forgot to open this ahead of time. So I'm basically repeating, this one opened easier, repeating the same thing as last night, which is doing the post-peel treatment first. And I'm going to go all over my skin with this, same as I've done last night, and do it in the same motions. These, again, you're doing 1 hour before you go to bed, because you have to do this 30 minutes before you go to bed and let it sit before you do. Oh, that's smelly. That part, not smelly. It's like alcohol-y. That's it. So again, you just keep going in those same areas that you had done. Whoa, and you get around the eyes. In that same area with this until you just keep doing this until the little rag is dry and you're good to go. Wait 30 minutes and then the next step.
And then you are going to use the post-peel towelette. Use that all over your skin and then let your skin dry for 10 minutes.
All right, here we go. Last round of the little towelettes. I don't know what I called it earlier. So I'm going through, doing the same thing. I did notice that I'm starting to get a little bit of flaking in on my chin. You won't see it yet because it's very minimal. But I'm definitely starting to see it a little bit. So tomorrow I have a feeling I will be having some peeling going on. I always start in this area with the peeling, then it moves through here, and the last area is my forehead. So then I'll let this sit and do my moisturizer and then head to bed.
And then after that 10 minutes, you're going to add your moisturizer on.
Last step for the evening is the repair cream. It's supposed to be 10 minutes, but I think it's closer to 15 or 20. Putting this on and then heading to bed. But I also have to do my eye cream. My eye cream, my lash serum, and my lip mask. Heading to bed. See you tomorrow.
Now, I will say, as I washed my face at the end of day 2, I did start to notice a little bit of what I would consider more scaly skin. It wasn't peeling, it wasn't cracking, it was just kind of getting a little bit rough feeling. And again, that was where I wanted to make sure I kept putting the moisturizer on throughout the day. And I didn't want it to feel tight because you want your skin to be soft so that it just will come off naturally without being dry or pulled off. So at the end of day 2, I knew there was a good chance as we went into day 3 that I was going to start peeling. Now, day 3, I would say, was when I saw the majority of the peeling. Now, the interesting part, as I mentioned previously, because my skin is in better shape, is I didn't really have a lot of layers of skin. I remember one of the first couple times I had it, it was like, they were like, don't pull it off. And I had to take cuticle scissors and like cut the skin off. But this was definitely more like little flakes. And even with the moisturizer on, it was just little bits. It wasn't ever like big pieces. It was just flaky, for lack of a better term.
So I wanted to come outside and show you my skin in natural sunlight, daylight, natural light, and show you starting just a little bit to flake and peel. A little bit through here and a little bit through here. I know that's really close up, but I wanted to show you. And it is just a very, very light layer. It's not a thick layer of skin, so it's just a little bit. So we'll see how this goes.
And so I did do the same process when I woke up on day 3. I washed my face. Again, be very gentle when you're washing your face during this process, because you don't want to pull at that skin. You don't want to tear it off before it's ready. You kind of want to let it fall off on its own. And so it's a little bit difficult when you're washing your face. You want to be very careful and very gentle and kind of like pat more than like scrub. And so I washed my face, patted it dry, and when I put the moisturizer on was when I really saw those like what I would consider like almost rolls of dead skin. And it was kind of just sitting on top of my skin. It wasn't, again, like peeling in long pieces. It was just little flakes of it.
Good morning. We are on day 3, so probably the start of the peeling. I've got a lot of flaking going on in through here that I will show you guys once I go outside. I feel like natural light is better for that. You'll be able to see it a little bit better. Nothing else is really peeling. This is still like very shiny and glowy looking. But yeah, I already put my moisturizer on, and now I'm going to do my tinted SPF and a little bit of mascara, same as I did yesterday. But yeah, today we're going to see some peeling.
So throughout that day, on day 3, I continued to moisturize and moisturize. I tried to get so many video clips showing this because it was so fine and so light. It was not showing up at all on camera. It's crazy. It was so minimal. It was almost like, oh gosh, I was gonna say it's almost like a sunburn, but I feel like a sunburn even peels worse than this. It was so minimal. It was crazy.
I just came over in front of a window because I wanted to show you guys before I put some more moisturizer on, the flaking and kind of peeling. So moisturizer will help with this and help keep it from getting too like dry, itchy, or flaky. Getting ready to wash my face for the evening. I wanted to show you because I definitely have, and through here is probably the worst of it. You can really see peeling here, but I have a couple spots out on my cheeks, like one here, one over here, and on the forehead. Now I'm ready to wash my face.
So day 3 at night, I did the same thing where I washed my face with cool water, patted it dry. I did notice then there was a little bit more peeling or bits of skin. Moisturized it again very well. Went to bed, woke up on day 4. Day 4, I would say this was like completely gone. Day 4 was definitely in through my cheeks, I would say. And it never again was disruptive. I didn't put makeup on. The most I did a few times, I think it was day 3, I used a tinted SPF. But then I noticed during that day that as the skin kind of came off in little bits, you could tell the difference from the new pink skin to the tinted moisturizer. So day 4 and day 5, I just used their SPF and did a little bit of mascara. I think I just used my Tarte CC corrector under my eyes and some lip gloss or lip balm. That was it through the whole process.
Good morning. I want to take a second and show you my face before I jump in the shower because I have a lot of peeling going on. You can see it under here, all through here. Might look a little just flaky. And through here, on either side of my nose, little bits on my cheeks, starting right here, and a little bit up in the hairline.
And so day 4 was kind of just a repeat of day 3. However, it was more on the cheeks area. Again, not hardly visible. And if you saw me out, you would not have thought anything of it. You would have just thought I didn't have any makeup on. It was not noticeable at all. So day 4, I did that same process, same thing at night, washed my face, cool water, towel dried it, moisturizer. And throughout both of these days, I did continually put that repair cream moisturizer back on in order to keep my skin moisturized. Then we went into day 5. Day 5 kind of moved up a little bit in through, I would say, where my 11s are and up through my forehead. I never really had much peeling on either side of my eyebrow. So day 5 was kind of in through the center, I mean, more my T-zone, right down the tip of my nose. The edges of my nose had already peeled with this, but the tip of my nose peeled more with my forehead.
I have just just moisturizer and regular SPF on my face today because yesterday I had on the tinted SPF. And towards the end of the day, I always get cut off just as I'm finishing up or saying something. So yesterday with the tinted SPF on, which is what I use daily, normally just for like a foundation, it has just a little bit of tint to it, not a lot. But when my skin starts peeling, and I do have SPF on right now, by the way, just a regular clear one that they sent home with me. The tinted one, as the skin starts to peel, it just looks like these little like yellow balls on your face. Didn't look good. So I decided just to stick with my mascara and the regular clear moisturizer and SPF for the next couple days and see how it goes. But so far, it's just very, very light peeling and light skin. It's not like thick or heavy. I know it's really hard to see. Let me see if you can see anything. It's so hard to see on camera.
And again, that night I actually then went in the shower and I was washing my hair and I was being very careful to turn the water down to cooler when I put my face in it. However, I noticed when I got out of the shower that night, there wasn't a whole lot of skin left. There wasn't many little areas that I was noticing, just a few little spots. So I moisturized really well again. And then day 6, when I got up, I did notice that the only spots I had were some along my hairline and over by the edges of my ears, a few right down in my chin area. For some reason, my chest and neck never peel, no matter how many peels I put on it. So I didn't really have that issue. The back of my hands were fine, no issues there. I didn't see any peeling. So I didn't notice that, but I will say I had a little bit of flaking in through the under the chin area and in those perimeters of my face.
Good morning. I am out for my morning walk. Washed my hair last night because that is one thing I have learned when I'm doing a chemical peel or something like this, is when you don't feel normal in one way, like what I normally do for makeup, whatever have you, you feel like you need the rest of it to be like somewhat in good shape. So I just washed my hair last night. And to update on the chemical peel. So I will say this time it's been interesting. I haven't been like full on peeling, like big, like chunks. It's been very, very light, very minimal, more almost like flaking. It's actually been not bad at all. Not complaining about it. Tomorrow I will probably be able to put makeup back on, like regular makeup, and my skin feels really good. It's been super, I got cut off there. It's been super moisturized and it feels great, which I'm sure that's really good for my skin too, to just take a week of not really, having makeup and stuff on my skin.
And that was really day 6. Now day 7 was the first day I put on my tinted SPF and I put on some blush, a little bit of shadow, actual concealer, felt a little bit more back to normal. But for the most part, with the exception of those areas around the surrounding parts of my face, I was done with the peeling.
My skin is feeling and looking great. I'm super excited about that. It feels good once the peeling is mostly done. You can kind of get back to normal. So I've got on my tinted moisturizer today, some blush, mascara, all my typical type stuff. But it feels so much better. I love the way my skin feels after it's completely done peeling, and I can get back to like normal skincare as of today, which that's always a plus side too.
So day 7 was pretty much back to normal. So then we are at today. Today is the first day that I am wearing a full face of makeup. I woke up again, continued on. I washed my face with the cleanser, continued to do that, and use their moisturizer. I am at the end of the moisturizer. I would not have gotten past today. I think because I just kept putting it on. There is nothing left in this one. The SPF does still have some left in it. I'm getting ready to go get ready, but before I do, I wanted to show you what my skin looks like. Now, this is now 11 o'clock, so I have a tinted SPF on because I have gone out for a walk, I have worked out, but I don't have anything else on my face. No, I take that back. I have on my Tarte CC corrector because I put that on in the mornings after my eye cream. So this is what my skin looks like after we are officially at 1 week from having the peel done. My skin feels very glowy. It looks great. I don't have any more residual like flaking or anything like that. I can go back to my normal skincare tonight, and it just really looks great. As of tomorrow, I can go back to my normal skincare. She said I can go back to my Tretinoin right away, everything like that. So I will say that although I didn't have that like shedding of skin and peel and all of that, I definitely can feel that my skin is more supple. It is definitely more plump feeling. It definitely has that luminosity of new skin to it. And I definitely loved every single, this was probably the best peel I had because I really didn't have as bad of downtime. But then on the other side is I really kind of got the results I wanted too. So if you are considering a chemical peel, I would suggest talking to whoever you go to at your med spa. Make sure you go to a doctor, registered nurse, someone in a med spa. A chemical peel is not necessarily something I would suggest to do at your local salon or spa. You want to make sure it's somebody that knows what they are doing because of these reasons that I talked about as far as like the levels and the amount of passes and things like that. So this is my experience with the VI chemical peel that I most recently had. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great weekend.